So I've already moisturized my face with Oil of Olay Daily Moisturizer with SPF. Now I'm using Benefit Professional Primer. I love this product because it controls excess shine, making them ideal for women with oily or combination skin, and you can find this product at Ulta. Next, I'm going to be using MAC's Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15 Broad Spectrum. I love this makeup. It's medium to full coverage, it has a matte finish, and it also controls oil. The benefits of having broad spectrum in your makeup is it protects your skin from UVA and UVB rays from the sun, and that is a real benefit for me. I'll be using a brush to really work in that makeup and make sure that I'm spreading it evenly on my face. I prefer using a brush over a sponge because using a brush, I found it makes your makeup last a little bit longer because you actually use less. I would recommend taking the time to really blend your makeup down into your jawline and onto the top of your neck area so that it doesn't appear as if your makeup is a different color from your neck. You don't want it to be lighter or darker. You want it to be seamless, and it looks a lot nicer when you take that extra step in doing that, and I find that it makes your makeup look really nice. So next, I'm going to be using MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. I like this lightweight powder. It is beautiful, and I don't have to use very much. I just spread it evenly on my face and make sure that I'm blending it evenly. Also, I do take the time and put the powder on my lips. That's a little beauty trick for you. By putting the powder on your lips, it actually makes your lipstick last longer. So that's a little pearl of wisdom for you ladies. Next, I'll be using L'Oreal's Infallible Under Eye Concealer. This is a drugstore brand. I usually use the Urban Decay Naked Under Eye Concealer, which is my fave, but I ran out, so this is the next best thing. This is lightweight and it does get the job done. I go under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and then also on my forehead. I then get my beauty blender, wet it a little bit, not drenched, but you kind of want to wet it a little bit, and I use a paper towel to squeeze it out, and it helps kind of make the makeup spread even and easier. So you can see me blotting here, and then I'll end up going back in with my powder to really set it under my eyes. This is the best thing. You can be so tired, but you can brighten up your face and you look like $1,000,000. So I like this part of the makeup process. Okay, so I'm getting ready to, once I blend that makeup in, the concealer under my eyes, on my chin, all over in the areas that I wanted to highlight, I will be going back in and using I'm using City Color Collection Flawless Natural Loose Powder. Don't forget to go back in and sweep the loose powder away after it sets for a few minutes. But usually I use this powder to go back over those areas of the concealer where I have spread with my beauty blender. So now I'll go back in and just kind of loosely put the powder there for highlighting, and, well, not highlighting, but to brighten up my face, and then just don't forget to go back and sweep it off. I'll usually let that set while I do my eyeshadow. I'll be using Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I love this primer because it helps my eyeshadow pop. So I'll be using Urban Decay's Vice 2 palette. I love this palette because of the variety of beautiful colors. I really like Urban Decay because of the shimmer in their eyeshadows and the glittery look. It's really beautiful. For the first color that I'm using, it's a base coat, and I'm going to be using the color Habit. And I'll spread that around as a base color. It's really a neutral color, but I like to use a base color before I start. It's like the artists that like a blank canvas to work on. So I'm going to be using the color Coax. It's a really pink glittery color is beautiful. I really like it. I feel like this pink is so rich and pretty, and it complements the look that I'm going for. I'm going for a very feminine look, but also slightly dramatic in the colors that I'm going to use. So I'll be using this color to cover my entire lid and making sure that I'm spreading it evenly so that when I go back in with the color that I am going to use to kind of make it a more dramatic look, I just want this color, the pink color, to really cover the entire bottom part of my lid. So that's what you see me doing here. Next, I'm going to be using the color Voodoo. I really like this color. It's like a deep and rich purple color. I'm going to use this color to smoke out my lids and to bring a semi-dramatic look. The key to making your eyeshadow look amazing is to blend, blend, blend. So you'll see me. Then I just spread it evenly on both sides, as you can see. I take my time to really smoke out the outside of the lid. I don't go all the way over towards the beginning of my eye, like the inner towards my nose, but I do take my time to really smoke it out. And the key to great eyeshadow, in my opinion, is just blending. So you really do have to take the time to really blend it. One of the mistakes that I used to make is just not taking that time to do it, so it looks like it's not fading into the next color. Like the pink should kind of fade into the smoke out, and then it gets smoky on the ends. You have the option of going back in and even making it a little smokier by using like a black color or something like that. I'm not gonna do that today, but I'll just primarily use the Voodoo color to just smoke out my lids. So as you can see, I'm going back in. The more that you use your brush to kind of spread the shadow, it'll kind of fade away and it'll get lighter. But if you're looking for that dramatic look, you do have to go back in and use your brush and that same color. Next, I'm going to be going back in on my brow bone. I'm going to be using the color Dope, which is such a beautiful color. I love this color because it really just highlights my eyebrow. You already have a natural eyebrow from doing my eyebrows earlier, because I do use the MAC concealer to really clean my brows up so that they look perfect. If you guys are interested in seeing an eyebrow tutorial, just make sure that you comment below, or if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be going back in with the color Strike, and I'll be using that for the inner part of my eye. This color is, it's like a glamorous color, but I'm using that because it just brightens up my eyes, and it makes it, kind of gives that finishing touch to a glamorous look. So as you can see, I'm going back in and using my brush to make sure I sweep that excess powder away that I told you guys about earlier. Now I'm going to be lining my eyelid with an eyeliner made by Stila. I love, love, love this liner. It's my go-to product. It's a staple product for me. I love the fact that it's a felt tip liner. It makes it really easy for me to really get that wingtip look, and it makes it, it's just simple for me in comparison to the eyeliners that you kind of have to dip the brush in and then try not to make mistakes. It just, those don't work for me. But this is a staple product. I've been using it for about 5 years. So I just go over it a couple of times, make sure I'm not having any gaps in between my lid. Just make sure that it looks solid. And I live for a wingtip, so make sure I get that wingtip so that when I put on my eyelashes, it's gonna look amazing. That's the look I'm going for. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Next, I'm going to be using a mascara by Almay. This is a new one for me. Now I'm adding my wispy eyelashes. I use the Glue Duo by, you can purchase that at Sally's. I'm not sure which lashes these are. I just saw some cute ones in the beauty supply and grabbed them. So you'll see me attaching my eyelashes here. When you're applying your lashes, make sure that once you put your glue on that you allow it a few seconds, like maybe 30 seconds, to get tacky before you apply it. And you want to try to get the false eyelashes as close to your natural lashes as possible. And to remove lashes, you can use oil or you can use makeup remover, and that usually works for me, and it doesn't pull out my natural lashes, so there's a little tip. Next, I'll be contouring my face. I usually suck my cheeks in like a fish and use that as a guide to go from the lower part of my cheeks near my lips up into my ear area, and you go diagonally. I also warm up my forehead, the bottom of my jawline, and the bridge of my nose. So you'll see me putting the powder down the bridge of my nose on the right and the left, and taking the time to go up towards my eyebrow but not to my eyebrow, and then I go kind of use the powder to go towards the edge of my nose and kind of round it, and then I'll use both my fingers and my brush to blend it. The product that I'm using to contour my face is made by Maybelline. It is called Fit Me Powder, and it's in the color Mocha. I have spent money, $30 to $40 on contour powders, and I decided to try just a regular old powder from the drugstore, and it works nice and it comes out beautifully. So I am using this to contour my face, and you'll see the results. The secret to contouring is really just blending, taking the time with that brush to really work that makeup in and blend it flawlessly. It warms up your face. It looks so nice when you're all done, but you have to blend. You don't want it to look too bold. Sometimes I'll see women with the contour powder and it's just really bold, and you really want to take the time to blend it because you don't want those bold lines, those harsh lines. Next, I'll be using a blush by NARS. It's called Orgasm. It's such a beautiful color. It's a nice pink color, rosy color, and then it also has these gold specks, glitter in the blush, and it's so pretty. When you walk outside into the sun, it just sparkles. It's so nice. This is one of my favorite blushes to use, and it's really light, and you can kind of build it up depending on the look that you're going for. The next product I'll be using is a lip liner by MAC. It's in the color Half Red. It's like a rich wine color. It is a nice color, very subtle. You can use that for any of the red lipsticks, pink lipsticks, and it just helps your lipstick look more defined, and it helps it last a little bit longer. So you'll see me lining my lips here before going in with my lipstick. Next, I'll be using a lipstick called Captive by MAC. This is such a nice color. It has like a satin finish. And it's one of those colors you can wear really light or you can really build it up. So if you want it to be a little bit more dramatic, you could just put on a couple of extra layers and it can really pop. But it is a really nice color and it goes well with the liner Half Red. So that's the completed look. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below. Or if you have any suggestions on videos you'd like to see, please let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.